Hello my lovelies, welcome back to All About Jamie. Lately, I have been totally obsessed with contouring and highlighting my face. So today, I want to share my newfound skills with you guys. So guys, I've just learned how to contour my face very recently, and I was like, oh my god, contours, where have you been all my life? I've never actually attempted contouring my face before, as I find that it could be too harsh, but today I will show you guys how to do a simple contour that is not going to be too harsh and it's not going to look weird when somebody look at you in person, because most of the contouring that I've seen are kind of like in your face, and when you look at the person in the face, they just look a little bit harsh. But what I'm going to do today is going to be quite a soft contour. It will just bring some definition to your features, and you're just going to look better in pictures and not too bad in person as well. And that's really important because we meet people all the time and we don't want to have like this harsh makeup look, which is why I never attempted contours before. But now I know exactly how to get it right. I'm not going to use any cream-based products because I find that it is very hard to control the intensity, and with the cream, it's just not mistake-proof. With powder, it's just easier and it's softer. So let's get started. Firstly, I'm going to show you guys how to make your nose look sharper without having to go for surgery. Usually when I take pictures, I feel that this part of my nose kind of protrudes out, sticks out like a sore thumb. But with the contouring that I have learned recently, it actually looks much better and slimmer as well. So I'm just going to straighten the bone of my nose. I mean, none of us are actually born with a perfectly symmetric nose, perfectly symmetric eyes, but what we can do is to use makeup to compensate for like whichever line that's not straight, whichever eye that is smaller than the other. We can actually use makeup to balance them out. I am going to start by using the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow. I have another palette, but it's for like a darker skin tone, so I'm going to use this one because I feel that it suits my fair skin. And using like a brush like that, which is quite slim. This is like a powdered eyeshadow brush. I'm gonna take some of this bronzer and just from this part to straighten your nose bridge. Go in a straight line all the way down to the center of your nose. And just repeat on the other side, just making sure that they are symmetric, taking it all the way down. And I am going to use another powder to taking the color of the center, which is slightly darker, to just put it all over the sides. So that when you take pictures, right, this part does not like, because our nose is protruding out. And when you darken the sides like that, just looks like you have a slimmer and smaller nose. Wow, look, does my nose look smaller? Alright, and then I am going to highlight this part to make the bridge seem even higher. This part. Taking the lighter color right now and just go down the center of the bridge, starting at the arch point right here and taking it softly downwards. Did you see a difference? I do. And then just make this part pointier. There, cute as a button. This will make your nose look like a little button nose. There. That's fairly simple, right, guys? Next, I'm going to use a smaller brush to highlight the part just above my upper lip so that my upper lip will look more pout. Just draw like a line down this part. And if you want to pronounce that pout even more, just put it on the highest point. I'm putting more so that it is more obvious on camera, but actually it looks great already in person. A little bit on my lower lip to draw the attention to the roundness at the bottom. And there. And if you want to accentuate your chin a little bit more to seem like you have a sharper chin, just put a little bit of highlight down the center part. And voila! Now, to give the illusion of a sharper face or to just balance up your face or jawline contour, this palette is from Too Faced. As you can see that this dark brown color has been used to death because I like to use this color to contour my jawline so that it appears that I have a smaller and sharper jawline. I always feel like this side of my face is my worst side. It is actually the bigger side. So I like to put a little bit more contour on this side just to balance it out. So I am going to show you from the center of my face that you can probably tell that this side is the larger side. So just put on some of this contour powder all over. This side should also get some shading, although not as much. So just to kind of balance out your face, because no two sides of a face is perfectly symmetrical, and therefore, you know, this whole contouring thing is such a lifesaver. And I'm going to take more of this medium cocoa color and just to shade my hairline so that my forehead appears more symmetrical as well, like an oval shape, kind of like trying to achieve the look of an egg with this whole shading. Okay, down your hairline or whichever part that you feel that you just kind of want to hide, like this part. I feel that more hair should grow here so that I look like my face is slimmer. And this part of my hairline as well. So you can either contour and shade, or you can grow more hair here to get a better hairline. Although I don't know how you're going to grow more hair, like maybe rub some whiskey onto your hairline. For me, I don't really like my hairline because one side seems to be higher than the other, which is why I try to cover up the, you know, floors. Like I don't have a full fringe, but try to cover up with hair, like my center part, just make it look more symmetrical. Yeah, so there. Do I look better already? And I'm quite a big fan of highlighting my face these days. Although I don't like to contour my cheekbones because I feel that having like this rounder kind of blush effect, I like to put my blush just at the center, like, you know, the apples of my cheeks. because I feel that it's a more youthful look. So I would probably just highlight on top of my blush so that, you know, it stands out better. And since I'm in gold and my makeup is quite goldy today, I'm going to use this palette from Dior. It is from Dior Backstage, the Glow Face palette. You can use like a fat brush like this, but I feel that the highlighted part might be too wide. So I choose to use something that is like that, like a fan-shaped brush, and it picks up very little of the products, so it's light on the face. I'm gonna take the gold shade right here and just brush it slightly on this part of my cheeks. So you can see that it is a very subtle highlight. So when the light hits on your face, you're just going to look very much like a goddess with all this radiance on your cheekbones. Yep, just brush it slightly. I'm going to illuminate my brow bone right now with the same shade of gold. This is really pretty. We've come to the end of the video, and I hope that you guys have picked up a tip or two from me. If you like my video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Do show me some love by leaving me a comment, and I'll see you all next week. Again, okay. It's called the film step. No, what do you call it? Your upper lip, the like thick. Cute as a button.